Hello, my name is Lynn Ann, and I'm going to give you some tips today on how to avoid a flare with fibromyalgia. Now, why would I uh, know how to do that? That would be because I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia probably over 20 years ago, but I have been not to have very many flares. In fact, I don't. If they do, they last a very short period of time, maybe 24 hours. And so what have I done? Well, one thing that I have done is I do keep track of the food I eat. I eat a lot of fruit and vegetables, especially fresh fruit and vegetables, and I avoid take a lot of sugar, and I specifically avoid taking the artificial sweeteners. They are a big, huge trigger for me. It's just sometimes you need just to learn what is your triggers and what isn't your triggers, because everybody will be a little bit different. Now, for me, it is the artificial sweeteners and grains and processed foods. All of those, if I eat too many of them, that for sure will make me not feel very good. So I know really quickly, dairy is another one that I have to be really careful with. So you just need to learn to know what your body is. So, and the other thing is hydration, making sure that I have my body's hydrated, because that does make a big difference. And the biggest one, I think, for most of us is stress. Keeping our stress to a minimum. Now, some stress is kind of good for us because it motivates us to get going. And that's originally what the fight or flight was, to get our body moving, to protect ourselves. However, chronic stress is not good. And I would say that that was probably what certainly contributed to me having a lot of pain many years ago. And I have managed to keep my stress, or at least recognize that I'm getting into a stressful situation, and do some coping strategies and methods to help me to manage my stress. So what kind of things do I do? Like being careful who I'm around. Negative people tend to bring me down and tend to stress me. So I do I am careful who I hang out with. I like to, I make sure that every day that I do something, I schedule time for me to look after me, because I found that being relaxed and doing that, sometimes when my children were smaller, sometimes I actually locked myself in the bathroom for 15 minutes to do something special. For me, sitting in the bathtub with Epsom salts and essential oils were really good. I found some essential oils. That was probably the best thing that I did, was get into some essential oils that were very relaxing, that helped to stop the fight or flight and make me feel relaxed and help me with just feeling much better. Meditating, writing things like gratitudes down work really well, because it puts me into a positive mood at first thing in the morning. And once you start out that way, things go a little bit better. Being in nature, I would say being in nature is one of the best things to help with stress. Going for a walk in it, going swimming in the lake, just sitting out listening to birds, just being in a park or wherever you can be in nature helps to calm the brain down, because the vibration of the nature will help to bring your body into a more relaxed state. Things like Tai Chi, yoga, all those are really good also for helping to bring you into a relaxed state. Now, if you get into a state where you feel like you are really stressed, take some deep breaths, because what happens when we are really stressed is that you end up breathing really shallow. So, and that does a whole lot more things to our body. So taking deep breaths so that your stomach goes out when you breathe in, and when you breathe out, your stomach goes in. That's a diaphragmatic breathing, and that will help you to calm down. So I hope some of those tips will help you, and certainly supplements really do make a difference. I do make sure I keep my magnesium and my vitamins, so that if I am under stress, because some stress we can't avoid, if I am under stress, then my body doesn't can cope a little better when I have good healthy body cells. So for more tips, subscribe to my channel, and so that you get to know when I post more videos with more tips. And I do have a, a tip, stress tip checklist if you want that. It's in the description, as well as if you want to subscribe to my newsletter so you don't miss any of the tips. Would be great. Have an awesome day.